Friends, it looks like Granny Carruthers has persuaded the city fathers to somewhat legitimize Carruthers Woods, as we've got a path now going through, and furthermore, it not only goes through and connects on both sides, it also connects over to what looks like a Carruthers commune-run campfire site. Which they've graciously opened up to the city and to let people live in. But you know, there are growing problems in our city. We don't have enough housing, and that's something that everyone is trying to find a good way to fix. So what do they decide to do? Well, one thing is the town fathers are going to further connect the main roads into town to alleviate congestion on Boulevard Grand Soleil, and they're going to do that by taking inaptly named Hillside Street and connecting it over here to Assierstrasse. But they're going to do it in a unique way because we don't want to lose our lovely name of Assierstrasse. So Assierstrasse will come over here and will solidly end right here. And we will continue Hillside Street all the way down. And use Hillside Street to make some further connections with roads beyond. Now, we also are going to have some housing developments go in here. We've got to. Crittenden Corner is going to expand a little bit to accommodate this. We're going to be careful about it, though, because we don't necessarily want our streets to be busy cross streets, per se. So, first what we'll do is focus in on the mixed use that was promised to be put in, providing people places to shop not far from home. But then coming back with good, low rent, fixed rent housing, which, you know, pisses off Domaine du Lac, but they'll deal with it. And in the meantime, allows proper, healthy growth for the city. But we're going to have to extend our property lines here. No, can I just pick up Domaine du Lac? Thank you. Anyway, we'll fix that. Okay, that allows that growth. That's going to be wonderful. We're going to have to adjust the Kolos Industrial District, however, to properly account for the residential. Now, that part's taken care of. Discussions are ongoing. Granny Carruthers is lobbying hard, saying you're impeding on the woods, you are damaging the woods. And I'll go ahead and put in a little clip of Granny Carruthers right here talking about it. As you've just heard her say, but the town fathers trying to be understanding of needs. They're also trying to maintain their city in a healthy way. So, what they are going to do is begin the process and offer some tax incentives and say, look, if you relocate your business, we will allow you a certain tax credit if you will move your business to a new locale within the Kolos Industrial Park. But you have to do it before a certain date. And they look at the calendar and they say, okay, you need to move your business by July of 27. And if you don't, then you won't get this tax benefit. Which, as any business owner will tell you, that's a good enticement to make a hard decision and maybe relocate when you otherwise weren't planning on it. So, new roads platted out, not very well connected always, big long blocks, but they make the jump. They make the jump, and as I'm sure you're not surprised to see, there will be some significant changes coming to our industrial district shortly as these businesses move away from the residential zones. Although they are genuinely probably concerned about getting workers to their establishments. But that's a bridge that the city is going to have to address. And as you can see, that has done some good. Enterprising business owners, however, have also recognized that they need to eat, these workers need to. So these workers could possibly be enticed to come and shop at places that pop up businesses in the area, the little food restaurants. So we may see some commercial development going in. In fact, we will, for these folks to not have to travel quite so far and yet can be able to have a good, solid, steady income and not have to worry too much about getting their lunch. They can have the luxury of going out and grabbing a bite with their buddies from the construction site or the factory. As you can see, response was big. People are moving. We've also got the wall of offices going in over here. We'll go ahead and we'll put that in. Expand that out a little bit. As we all know, that's a much desirable place to build. Close to the educated people here in Clos du Lac. But the redevelopment begins. Lead Electronics remains, Thick Digital remains. These are all office buildings. But Carpoco has decided that they're going to relocate. So Carpoco says their goodbyes and they move. As does their neighbor, and soon the exodus begins, freeing up this land near Crittenden Corner and Carruthers Woods for some good, strong, healthy, hopefully, redevelopment. But the fathers know that something has to be done to facilitate the city. And so they look at the bus depot, they see how many buses are in use, and right now we're pretty solid use on the buses. So the fathers could enter a new bus line, which is a consideration, but there does need to be a new central hub because our buses are getting a little bit out of control. And so they've gone ahead, they've authorized the expansion, creation of a nice bus station right here off of the Brook Highway on Kolos Crossing. And they are facilitating this wonderful change to the city. So the first thing that they'll do is they will pull in the cross-city links here, and they will connect those up and let them come in here, but then they will discontinue the downtown service of these buses, knowing that this is going to... Do we have that connected? Let's make sure we've got that one connected before we cut her loose. These are the finicky parts. Because yeah, we don't need that bus there, but we do need our brown bus from Moundsville connected in here. All right, so that is going to get rid of that trouble there. But we still need to offer people the chance to get to downtown. And so the City Fathers, knowing the importance of it, they're going to have a couple bus lines start out from the bus station here. We don't have any bus service really in Bremenberg. They're going to authorize that. We'll have the nice circulator bus that'll come right here along the main drag of Bremenberg. You know, good solid stops all along the way. Quick turnaround loop around. And then it will come out here to the bus station. So we'll come over to our bus station, we'll do the Bremenberg circulator. Come on, zoom out. Thank you. All right, first stop. And that, dear friends, is our Bremenberg circulator. Let's take a quick look at naming that one. Yep, the Bremenberg circulator. Perfect. Let's go look at this bus line. So this is the Grand Soleil. And this is going to be our, if I can get the name right, where is it? Do I have two running there? That's kind of weird. Bremenberg, we're going to color you nice orange. That's our Bremenberg group. Where's this one? Yeah, so this should be the Grand Soleil circulator. Since we're here looking at bus lines, let's look at the other ones here. The green one here is not Grand Soleil circulator. The green one is This was not Magnolia Street before. That's okay. Now, Town Fathers know we've got to get to the industrial park. So we're going to have our Grand Soleil circulator join over here and actually come out to our bus station. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add in another stop here and here. Thus making it easier for people to come out this way. Probably use another one on this corner here so people can stop off at the post office if that's what they want to do. So that'll be good. Gets them out here, gets them to the bus center, and allows them to get around where they need to. Now, the Magnolia Circulator. This one may be having some drastic changes. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a new bus line. We're going to do this, the Kolos Crossing, right? So we'll put in the bus station here on this road. We'll have our big bus stop here. That way people can queue up there, and again over here. For when they're done being in this area, we'll have stops roughly matching along the way out. City fathers are planning ahead. They know that this is going to develop in, so they'll be putting some matching ones in different areas. Now, Kolos Crossing, right? It's going to come along here. We're going to have different stops. I'd like for it to connect up with the Magnolia Circulator, but I don't know if we'll be able to. We'll just do a stop every block, trying to ease that process. Perhaps a stop over here to let people get off and work there. I did it on the wrong side because I'm a right-hand driver brain. No, it's left-hand drive. So it should be here and then across. So I did it right. This one is wrong, but I'm not moving it. Now, back through the neighborhood, we've got to have a bunch of opportunities. So for the left-hand drive experience, we're going to go ahead. We'll have one there. We'll have one there. We'll have one there. We'll have one here. Here, and that should connect us back. So let's make sure my plan works. So far so good. So far so good. Yep, that did it, friends. We'll call that the Kolos Cruiser. We're going to make it fluorescent green because, you know, toxic. I don't know. Ugh, the Magnolia Street is just a mess. Look at the mess of it. Ugh, look at the mess of it. We're going to go ahead, we're going to get rid of some of these bus stop options here. Alright, that goes through the neighborhood, but that does that one. I feel like we need something different. So maybe we can prevail on the Town Fathers. To connect up with some of these. Because it could swing over here and go through here, right? And connect with those. That one's going to be a superfluous one. But if we're doing bus stops along here that would enable people to ride it through the neighborhood, right? And then come back this way. So that one to that one, that one. Have a couple crossover spots. That bus stop's gonna not get used. And I put some other ones that are not gonna get used, but that's okay. That does facilitate some traffic. That one's going to be our Kolos Industrial Zone. We'll make this one red, if it will let me click on the right one before it moves it. Let's put on the speed and see how that traffic improves. It's taken them a few months to get it all set up, but I think it's going to be good. Look at that, we got some good solid residents going here. That's good. Friends, I think we're having some school problems though. Let's take a quick look. We've got some good solid learning. We can work with that. But look at how long it is to get educated. So friends, we're going to have to do some hard-hitting work here on these elementaries really quick here. So let's do some quick placements of some elementaries to make sure that the kids get the learning that they need. Huge building, so big. How's that helping our education? Getting close, getting better. We're gonna need to have more education, and we don't have anything over here. So we will go ahead with our education options and do a German elementary school right there on that corner in Bremenberg. And we'll go ahead and expand it right quick. And that will bump its capacity up. It allows for 2,000 students. That's wonderful. How are we doing? We're getting in the orange. Now, where is somewhere that's underserved? We've got some good density here. We've only got the 2 elementary schools. Could probably use another one right in this corner. Let's do that. One more elementary right here in the corner. And how's that put us? We're in the green. Wonderful. Colleges, we're not doing so hot. So we're going to have to work on the colleges. Rumor is the city fathers have been talking to someone about possibly bringing in a university. And they may just be preserving some of this land here in Bremenberg or over here in the District Central for a new college. And as you can see, look at that. Look at those up signs. That means things are going well. That's good. That's good news. Friends, our city's got some problems. It's not doing perfect. but it is improving. We're going places here in Rinard, and I'm glad you're here with us. Thanks for being here. Bye.